Hello. Uh, this is Kyle Landon. Welcome to the New Year, New Me, and welcome to the official breaking the bottle on the ship of Kyle Landon Prime. Right. So this is the channel where I'm gonna just do whatever I want. It doesn't matter. Kyle Landon is exclusively for the big things, the important things, and the things that are gonna give me the most views. And Kyle Landon Prime is just where we just hang out. We do whatever I want. I don't care. Could be stuff about music. Could be stuff about video games. It could be stuff about literally anything else. It doesn't matter. There's no theme. It's just me. It's me doing whatever I want to do. And the first thing we're going to do on the channel is Before I Rot. What does that mean? This was an album I made in 2015. I did it pretty quickly, as you can see, all around November, right before I turned 19 and a little bit after I turned 19. And I've been getting clamor from about 3 people on my Discord to release this again because they've seen hints of it here and there in various videos. They might see it like in my playlist of all my songs that I have, or just this or that. So I mean, if you look at the Kyle Landon wiki as it currently stands, yeah, you can see all of my unreleased projects there, or were released, and then I took them down. And I decided actually it would be pretty good if I recorded myself and made content out of going through all these and giving them a nice little mix, a nice little polish, and then putting them out again. I don't, at least for this album, I'd like to go through all of my unreleased stuff that was previously released and redo them, get them out there. I don't know if I will be adding anything. I don't know if I'll be re-recording anything. At least, especially for this album, I'm definitely going to just keep it as is. But yeah, let's just see. Let's get started. I'll probably do like three a video maybe. So it's not gonna take that long. You'll see. If you've never heard any of this stuff, don't even worry about it. We'll listen together. We'll just see what happens. You know, we're just chilling. We're chilling. But this is the first track. We're just gonna do it in order. Unfortunately, the album has a really good start and a really good ending, and then there's a couple good tracks in between. But overall, I mean, if you can't tell from the titles, this is quite a rough listen. I was going through it heavily. Let's get this loading. Let's just see how I would leave these projects before I knew about F12, which closes all the windows, and is a great practice to do when before you close any of your projects in FL. But I think, yeah, this album, I was very, very, very depressed. I had just moved back to LA in with my dad after graduating high school. This isn't too bad, but I was just going through it mentally. I did not know what was going on. I didn't know what to do. I know I wanted to do music, but I didn't know how. Oh, look at this. Only an hour and 41. Last saved in 9.0. Yup. And this whole album is sort of my interpretation of it. It's half Earl Sweatshirt, I Don't Like Stuff, I Don't Go Outside, and it's half Lil Ugly Mane, Oblivion Access, which are both 2015 albums. And those were both what I was listening to the most. And yeah, that's it. So whenever I'm opening up an old project, first thing I do is just make sure there's nothing too crazy going on. I like having the current on the right side for some reason. I just like seeing it next to the plugins. So I change that. I make sure compensation's on automatic because that wasn't default in FL9. And then the last thing I gotta do, look at my master chain. The last thing I gotta do is unbridge anything that might be bridged. Okay, there's nothing. There's an EQ and a limiter on one thing. There's nothing going on here, but I know that these are bridged, so I gotta just unbridge everything. And then we will be ready to listen, to discover what I was going through. So I'm making a bridge. These plugins, you'll notice it's all native instrument stuff. These were the first plugins, aside from Predator. These are the first plugins I ever pirated. And the reason I did that was because my dad actually had he still owns the Native Complete. And this was like Native Complete 9 or 10 at this point, maybe. And I was messing around on his computer. And that's where I learned about battery and contact and FM8, massive. So I got them all from my own computer. And that was my sonic makeup for this period of time. But let's just listen. Let's listen. Also, let's make our folder. Let's save the new project folder. All right, crazy. Oh, that's my biggest regret, is naming this big folder that everything's in audio instead of music. It's my biggest regret. It's too late to change it. That would jack everything off. 2026, remixes before I rot. One good for something. Let's select it. Project and data, save the new data folder. So now everything's good. We're all good. And let's just listen to how it used to be. I'm gonna close this. Don't need that. Old FL projects always have this lock on it. It just irritates me that it's there. And they also had the main automation, which is just nothing. All right, we are cleaned up. We are ready to work. Let's see what we got.
I might be a lazy good for nothing, but I think I'm good for something.
Recorded with my voice memos on my phone.
I came
in my
down
car.
south with hope, a romantic sudden escape like an elope.
Them chords.
Now I'm just crowded and over and over. I attend job interviews whose links break like Red Rover. I used to think this was just the beginning of my life, but unfortunately, high school was all of the highlights. My pros so few I couldn't list them all, 'cause my attention span weak like I need Adderall. My pros so weak like baby deer learning to walk, but it always fall. I always stall, I never call. I'll fall harder than Berlin Wall. I regained a love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. So I pursue an old interest out of courage, but she don't want it, I know you don't care. I put love away into storage. I'll find it when I know I'll die soon, and I go back into storage to see those memories one last time. Her person was divine, pray at the shrine. I'm salty, you slug, enter the brine.
Bars.
I don't know who to pray to no more. I've lost hope. I don't know who to pray to no more. I've lost hope.
I really, really value this, not only as a great time capsule of how I was feeling at the time, but also, I don't know if I'll ever make anything this quiet again. It's just, it's so, if you remove the depressing vocals, it's soft, it's gentle. There's just not a whole lot going on. And now I just overblow everything. I fill everything out. Like, what was I thinking? Like, what's going on with the drums? It's like, it's just weird, but it's cool. It's like, there's no quantization. Very live feeling. And I didn't know, like, now I do this on purpose, but back then I was just like, I didn't care. I didn't care to quantize it. I had to learn how to unquantize. But, because honestly, it sounds pretty decent already. But we definitely can make a couple of adjustments. First off, the way I recorded was psychotic. So I just would record one take all the way through. And we can actually listen to other takes because I did the entire song each take, so.
Now I'm just crowded and over and over. I attend job interviews whose links break like Red Rover.
See, that sucks.
I attend job interviews whose links break like Red Rover.
You know?
My pros so few I couldn't list them all.
It's like sometimes I'm assuming this flows the same.
My pros so few I couldn't list them all.
But yeah, I would just do the whole song through, and then I would just pick out the best stuff. I don't even remember doing. My first move will be just get my standard, which I need to update this because it's out of date. But my vocal chain. Let's see what my SM7B vocal chain sounds like on a phone. This is a Galaxy S4 on my phone microphone. Let's see how it sounds. First off, I don't like that. Move that about there. That about there. Move that. I think that's about good. Let's see how it sounds.
Now I'm just crowded in.
Goodness me.
Now I'm just crowded in over and over. I attend job interviews whose links break like Red Rover. I used to think this was just the beginning of my life, but unfortunately, high school was all of the highlights. My pros so few I couldn't list them all, cause my attention span weak like I need Adderall. My pros so weak like baby deer.
I just want to just barely kissing up on the compressors. I don't need it too compressed.
My pros so few I couldn't list them all.
It's sounding thin.
My pros so few I couldn't list them.
I'm not super used to. I'm in 1080p resolution right now. I'm usually in 4K, so sometimes I get a little discombobulated.
My pros so few I couldn't list them all, cause my attention span weak like I need Adderall. My pros so weak like baby deer learning to walk, but it always fall. I always dull, I never call. I'll fall harder than my pros so few I couldn't list them all, cause my attention span weak like I need Adderall. My pros so weak like baby deer learning to walk, but it always fall. I always dull, I never call. I'll fall harder than my pros so few I couldn't list them all, cause my attention span weak like I need Adderall. My Berlin Wall, I regained a love then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. So I pursue an old interest.
I hope this is at least partially interesting to watch, but I do have a little trick. Let's see. Because I do honestly find mixing. I'm so thankful. I find mixing at this stage of my life pretty relaxing. It's nice. So I used to hate. Ooh, an update. I used to hate this so bad.
Berlin Wall, I regained a love then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. So I pursue an old interest out of courage, but she don't want it. I know you don't care. I put love away into storage. Off Berlin Wall, I regained a love then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. So I pursue an old interest out of courage, but she don't want it. I know you don't care. I put love away into storage. I'll find it when I know I'll die soon.
Next thing I'm gonna do, and maybe this is a bad practice, but I enjoy mixing into a master chain. So let me just turn that off, and let's see what it sounds like blown out.
Berlin Wall, I regained a love then threw it away again.
Now there's a decision I have to make now. Do I want this pushing up on the master like that? Do I want it pushing up to 0? Or do I want it to just be airy?
My pros so few I couldn't list them all, cause my attention span weak like I need Adderall. My pro's so weak like baby deer learning to walk, but it always fall. I always stall, I never call. I'll fall harder than Berlin Wall. I regained a love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. So I pursue an old interest out of courage, but she don't want it, I know you don't care. I put love away into storage.
I think this is fine. I think this will work for us. It's not, because nothing's really, it's as loud as it can get, and nothing's actually happening.
My pro's so few and need Adderall. My pro's so weak like baby deer learning to walk, but it always fall. I always stall, I never call. I'll fall harder than Berlin Wall. I regained a love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. So I pursue an old interest out of courage, but she don't want it, I know you don't care. I put love away into storage. I'll find it when I know I'll die soon, and I go back into storage to see those memories one last time. Her person was divine, pray at the shrine. I'm salty, you slug, enter the brine.
Is there anything? I mean, it's honestly sounding, maybe I'm just used to it listening to this for 11 years, but it's sounding pretty decent. And there's no EQ or anything on any of the other things, but like, I don't know. Let's just see. Let's see. So this is my isolate method. Put an isolate on a master, and we just sort of go through and see if everything is sounding clear, each button. So let's see the sides.
Adderall. My pro's so weak like baby.
So the vocals, of course, are just straight ahead. There's the chords have a delay that's going in the stereo. It's a good effect.
My pro's so
that's fine, but let's see what every frequency band is sounding like over here. This is more accurate. This is probably what it sounded like when I was recording this, if you're standing outside my car. I don't like that, but can't do too much about it.
love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. Storage. Offer love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. So I pursue an old interest out of courage, but she don't want it, I know you don't care. I put love away into storage. Off Berlin Wall. I regained a love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. So I pursue an old interest out of courage.
I feel like the chords should be occupying this space a little bit, but the is already in there, so I don't know if I want to mess with that too much. And this is how I work for the most part. It's like, okay, something, what goes where?
Berlin Wall. I regained a love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men.
The chord and the melody are sharing space here, but that's kind of the whole point of the middle.
Berlin Wall. I regained a love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. So I pursue an old interest out of.
Oh, see, this is a clean mix, but I think I will add a little bit of high middle to the chords. Ignore all these plugins. I don't use any of them. What would be the best way to add some? Probably a fresh air, honestly. Can't really. It's not much of a difference.
Berlin Wall. I regained the love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. So
I don't think it's meant to be. And honestly,
now I'm just clean at her, talking to Sue and old and Tristy at the shrine. I'm salty. I don't know who to pray to no more.
but I gotta make sure that I didn't just ruin it. Let me drag the old one in. Okay, I just dragged this in, and I noticed for the first time ever these lines going across the audio clips. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. I don't know how long it's been there for. I don't. Yeah, look at it. It was going on this one earlier too, but I do not know what that is. I don't know what it means. Huh. Anyway, here's the original. That's the mix and master we're working with. And also a little trick. You can route. You can take the mixer off of the master channel and just route it straight into your speakers or whatever, and you'll avoid the master chain and still be able to listen to it raw. So if I go ahead and compare what it originally sounded like to what we have now, we'll see if I went too far or not.
Berlin Wall. I regained the love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. So I pursue an old interest out of courage, but she don't want it. I know you don't care. I put love away into storage. You don't care. I put love away into storage.
It's actually more legible on the old one. Overall, of course it's louder, but I think I think there's just some denoising that's maybe eating it up a little bit.
Berlin Wall. I regained the love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men. So I pursue an old interest out of courage, but she don't want it. I know you don't care. I put love away into storage. I'll find it when I know I'll die soon, and I go back into storage to see those memories one last time. Her person was divine, pray at the shrine. I'm salty.
Because this one just sounds so boxy. It's so boxy. And of course, I was recording in a box. But
find it when I know I'll die soon, and I go back into storage to see those memories one last time. Her person was divine, pray at the shrine. I'm salty, you slug, enter the brine. I don't know who to pray to no more.
I can't flip them right.
I don't know who to pray to no more. Berlin Wall. I regained the love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other men.
Okay, well, I think
Berlin Wall. I regained the love, then threw it away again. It won't work, I keep saying, but I get sick when she's talking to other.
I really got to figure that out, because there is a way to just flip them. Okay, I thought I'd be able to do that, but no. Okay.
Find it when I know I'll die soon, and I go back into storage to see those memories one last time. Her person was divine, pray at the shrine. I'm salty, you slug, enter the brine.
I think we're good. Let's move on to track 2. Okay, track 2, Custom of the Sea. This one's a bit more involved. It's a bit more interesting. In fact, it's so interesting that I ended up using these chords in a future track. I Should Have Been Somewhere Else by Now, off of the Existed album. One of my favorite tracks of mine. It all comes back to this. I gotta remember this. F11. 2 hours. Ooh, 11.0. That's interesting. That's really interesting, actually. I don't remember having FL11 at this point. Whatever. Okay. So, I've already done the busy work, adding the master chain, etc., unbridging everything. I've done it for everything else up to this point. So let's just get straight into it. Let's listen.
We draw straws. We draw straws, I'm at wit's end. A lifeboat, none they send. You were who I depended on. depended on. We draw straws, reached a point of desperation. Now I flow with every option. Who will fill me with value and purpose? God, Buddha, Muhammad, Jehovah, Jesus, Mahakala, take a straw as death lurches. I see a new face amongst our boat. Name's Tismith, trust I'll win the vote. Whoever you are, came this far.
I think you get it. It's interesting. It's yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with the lyrics. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just I genuinely don't know what I was thinking. There's also a flute solo in here, a mellotron flute.
Each other.
I should have left it playing. I yawned. But you get it. You get it, right? So what would I do first? First off, there's actually two different types of vocals going on here. There's a singing during the solo. Also, there's a sample of water. And I believe this water comes from the NASA golden record or something that they shot out into space for aliens. They just included a bunch of sounds from Earth, laughter and animals and water and stuff like that. And it's on a vinyl. And I think I downloaded it off of SoundCloud and put it into the song. Because the song does take place in the sea. Anyways, the vocals, which originally were just really interesting. This is my EQ curve? Serious?
One by one, I see them all die. I wish I was just a wallfly. Tismith has devoured every deity.
The 12 up in the bass is an interesting choice. Let me throw on the thing I made from the previous song. We should have something a bit better sounding. If I could get the master up.
Draw straws.
Oh, wait.
Draw straws. We draw straws, I'm at wit's end. A lifeboat, none they send. You were who I depended on. We draw straws, reached a point of desperation. Now
yeah, I just wanted it to just barely kiss up on the 0. And that goes forever. Also, it has a stereo shaper on it. The bass is kind of loud.
You're another option, you may win my adoption. How is this cannibalism if I'm not one of you? A higher being, there's no way I'm above truth. How I ended up here on this boat when I'm just a who. I'll rue the day I didn't decide whose name was the truth.
There's a breath over here that irritates me.
See a new face amongst our boat. Name's Tismith, trust I'll amongst our boat. Name's Tismith.
Way better.
Name's Tismith, trust I'll win the vote. Whoever you are, came this far.
Okay, let's see what I can do with these background vocals. I do like the lower presence. It brings it closer to you, Also very off tune. Let's see. Yeah, usually it'd be not recommended to have all your vocals super high up in the low frequencies, but I like it here, and I can do whatever I want. It's like I'm humming in your ear. Yeah, I mean, it sounds fine. I just gotta make sure this lands, and it'll be good.
One by one I see them all die. I wish I was just a wallfly. Tismuth has devoured every deity. Now it's just him and me. But right before I ask if he dissolves believers of sin, he seems to want just one more win. He's already become hungry again.
Again.
The last one I had to pray to, the last one in who I could believe, decided of this life me to relieve. In some sick fashion I'm
I
relieved.
heard something somewhere. Let's see. It's about.
Tismuth took down every god and now he takes down me. In the murder of the pray to, the last one in who I could believe, decided of this life me to relieve. In some sick fashion I'm relieved. I guess every god feeds off its people. Don't send nobody to retrieve. God consumes me, I know we'll be equal. We drew straws.
It's a little too strong there.
We draw straws. We draw straws.
And now I have to make a decision between if I want it to be cleaner or if I like the messiness, because I could just get rid of the side lows. I won't completely cut it. I will just lower it a bit. That is not the shape I wanted. Neither is that. What is the standard? Where's the bell? I don't want a shelf. No, the shelf might be fine.
We draw straws. We draw straws.
Okay, but I have to compare it to the original, which is doing that thing. They're all doing it. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that line means. I'm scared. Let's do some gain matching. Why not? The new one's just fuller. It's fuller.
One by one I see them all die. I wish I was just a wallfly. Tismuth has devoured every deity. Now it's just him and me. But right before I ask if he dissolves believers of sin,
Yeah, it's better. It's better. I didn't mess up. How relaxing. The surf sound. All right. Another song done just like that. It's that easy. Let's go to track 3 and we'll call it a video. Okay, track 3, Mouth of Tismuth. Now, what is a Tismuth? I don't know. I made it up. But let's just listen and see what happens. I haven't actually listened to this in a long time, but I know exactly how it goes. I listened to it a trillion times in the past. An hour and 5 minutes. See that? It's not adding up. I don't think I had FL21 in 2015. Anyways. That pitch envelope. not remember this being this long. Come on. Almost there. I love that.
God hate me, berate me, I hate me, congratulate me, contemplate me. How often does a God embrace you? Everybody want to replace you, erase you. God hate me, berate me, I hate me, congratulate me, contemplate me. How often does a God embrace you? Everybody wanna replace you, erase you. Dying such a slow death, not what I had in mind, but darkness soon I find. Before I was born, I decided I didn't want to waste time.
One take. And then it falls down. Interesting. Okay, I do remember this. I'm just muttering, but I wanted the raw, bare essentials of electronic music. So it's just a sign.
So empty when you break something down. So empty when you break something down.
And then it's a
So
saw.
much space here. So much room here.
And then it's gonna be a square.
There's nothing.
Just break it down to the raw,
My death was nothing.
whatever it is.
I guess it's all one after all. I guess it's one after all.
Neat. So, what would I do? First thing I would do, let's get my little vocal chain.
God hate me, berate me, I hate me, congratulate me, contemplate me. How often does a God embrace you? Everybody want to replace you, erase you. God hate me, berate me, I hate me, congratulate me, contemplate me. How often does a God embrace you? Everybody wanna replace you, erase you. Dying such a slow death, not what I had in mind, but darkness soon I find. Before I was born, I decided I didn't want to waste time. God hate me, berate me, I hate me, congratulate me, contemplate me. How often does a God embrace you? Everybody want to replace you, erase you. God hate me, berate me, I hate me, congratulate me, contemplate me. How often does a God
Just want to get it just a little more chunky with the compression.
God hate me, berate me, I hate me, congratulate me, contemplate me. How often does a God embrace you? Everybody wanna replace you, erase you. Dying such a slow death, not what I had in mind, but darkness soon. I'm at one now.
And this, I'm halfway tempted to leave it, but let's see. Let's just see. No, well, let's see what it sounds like, but I'm gonna leave it. I will leave it. I might even take that EQ off.
All that's here.
But denoise is doing too much.
It's so empty when you break something down. So empty when you break something down. There's so much space here. There's so much room here. There's nothing.
This is raw voice memo.
My life was nothing. I guess it's all one after all. I guess it's one after all.
I like that a lot. If we're breaking it down, just a sign and a saw and a square, I might as well just have nothing on the vocal.
It's so empty when you break something down. Something down. So empty when you break something down.
It don't even make sense why I did what I did originally with the. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. It was just a big high shelf, taking all the high end down, right?
God hate me, berate me, I hate me, congratulate me, contemplate me. How often does a God embrace you? Everybody wants to replace you, erase you. God hate me, berate me, I hate me, congratulate me, contemplate me.
What is it with MP3s that introduce that little tiny bit of silence? What is that? Why do they do that? Just ever so slightly delayed.
God hate me, berate me, I hate me, congratulate me, contemplate me. How often does a God embrace you? Everybody wants to replace you.
That's it right there. That's it.
God hate me, berate me, I hate me, congratulate me, contemplate me.
Anyway, that's it. And honestly, that's the video. So I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you had this on in the background while you played Bolatro or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'll just be doing whatever I want over here on this channel. So I hope you enjoy. Yeah, see you soon.